I was that little girl that struggled with understanding that I had value and worth. Very much connected to the fact that I didn't have a relationship with my father, so something must be wrong with me that he's not around. I can remember the Christmas tree and a couple of toys under the tree a few days before Christmas. I remember turning to my mom and tried not to cry, but ended up crying before it was all done and just saying, "Mommy, why doesn't my daddy love me?" The last time that I probably saw my father face to face, I was 13. And I remember her hugging me and saying she loved me and consoling me and saying he was missing out. And that's what moms have to do. He's missing out. He does love you, but he's missing out right now because you're wonderful. Just letting me know that it wasn't my fault. And so she comforted me, and I knew that it wasn't my fault, but it still didn't take away the pain of I don't have my daddy. Despite successes, scholarships to college and all those things, there was still this longing inside for my daddy. And then when I was about 16, God kind of showed me I've been your daddy all this time, and that he filled that void. And I kind of saw the blessing in the absence of my father. Granted, I think every girl should have her father around, but I saw the blessing in the absence of my father because had he been there, I might not have come to know the Lord the way that I do. I might not have come to know God as my father because that's what he had become. Every woman has a story. If they just sit down and they think back, because sometimes we don't like to dig into our stories, but a lot of healing can come when that happens. So that's what I enjoy about sharing these stories and hearing these stories and learning them, is that I watch women go through a healing process as they tell their stories. My senior year in high school, I read the passage in Mark chapter 5 about the 12-year-old girl that Jesus Christ raised from the dead. Carrying that over into my freshman year in my dorm room one night, asking God, what do you want to do with my life? And he said, I want to use you to go and tell other women what I told them, Talitha Cumi. And so that's what the heart is behind Talitha Cumi, to go and reach other women with this same message of hope that Jesus Christ gave to me, and that is, arise from your situation and circumstances, and it can be done through him. I talk to women across various age groups, and I find that the common theme is a struggle with understanding that you are precious. And so that's the aim of Talitha Cumi, to really help women understand you're precious, but more importantly, you're precious to God. Talitha Cumi aims to, one, inspire women to arise from difficult circumstances, arise from struggles. So create a platform where we can showcase their stories of triumph. Two, inspire women to arise to fulfill their God-inspired dreams. I believe God gives us dreams, God gives us visions. Not necessarily that dream to be a millionaire, but God gives us dreams and visions to fulfill so that the world can see how awesome he is. So Talitha Cumi wants to say, hey, women, rise up, fulfill that dream God gave you so that other women can see how great he is. We have the She's Risen feature, which showcases stories of triumph, women who have overcome some of life's most difficult circumstances, and the common thread is Jesus Christ stepping in and making the difference. We also have articles that cover a range of topics written by everyday women. And then there are the table talk sessions, which are like tea time with your girlfriends. And it's women who've gathered around a table and they're doing just that. They're talking about real issues, from abuse to what's the real definition of beauty to relationships. And then we also offer links to resources. If a woman wants to know, what book should I read? I'm going through this situation. We connect them to those type of resources. What's a good song for me in this particular situation? And we also connect them to other websites that can encourage them as well.